We're going to be getting into the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors for you folks today. Go over some articles and give you my thoughts on that. Talk about winners from the draft, a player who we tried to trade up and trade for, an edge rusher, 5 takeaways in Lions. Veterans, well, some veterans our Lions are trying some veterans out there for up-and-coming minicamp. Let's go. If you're a fan of the Detroit Lions and you want to have film breakdown by Lions legend Herman Moore, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because that's what he does. And he's breaking a lot down now since the draft is over. So go ahead and hit that sub button. We're just going to get into the first one here. Lions rumor news. Lions are ready to trade up for Darius Robinson. And a lot of people said, edge, edge, edge. I would like them to get an edge as well. And the Lions were looking to get Darius Robinson here. Why do I think this is 100% true? Because the Lions liked Robinson. Remember what Brad Holmes has been saying, and he's not lying about it. He's looking for players that fit the Detroit Lions, not necessarily the position. Darius Robinson fit the Detroit Lions. Why is that? He was a Lions fan. He's a pass rusher, and he was good, and that's about where the spot you had to trade up and get him. Now, look, he got picked by the Cardinals, and the rest is history. But the Lions are going to continue to find players they like that fits Detroit. It doesn't really matter what position. If they are a player they feel that fits this organization and the values that we run here with Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, the Lions are going to go ahead and try to acquire that player. And Robinson was coveted by the Lions. I said that way before the draft. I think everybody knew that the Detroit Lions really liked Darius Robinson. But since we didn't take an edge, it was the Lions don't care about edges. I don't think that's the case. I think they care about people they like, and that's really about it. But let me know in the comment section, are you disappointed we didn't get an edge like Darius Robinson in the draft? Why for yes and for no? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into the biggest winners according to a Sideline Report after the 2023 NFL Draft. And he's got safety Brandon Joseph as a winner, 110%, because they didn't pick up a safety besides Sion Vaki, who does multiple positions, but they didn't primarily take a safety in the draft. And Brandon Joseph was at the bottom of the safety depth chart, number 4 right there. So if they would have drafted a safety, Brandon Joseph probably wouldn't be making the team. Now, make no mistake about it, the Lions can still pick up free agents, and they can pick up a safety if they want to. So it doesn't mean Brandon Joseph is safe right now, but just safe at the moment from the NFL Draft. So yes, he is an absolute winner for that. They got another player on here. Oh, next, I haven't seen it. James Houston, yes, absolutely is a winner. We didn't pick up an edge rusher besides Mackay, right? But he's more of an interior guy, can do a little bit of both. But James Houston, linebacker / pass rusher, they fully believe in him. And it's clear as day because they didn't draft. Now, they could have got Darius Robinson. I think that would have been still perfectly fine for James Houston. James Houston's pretty high, at least on my depth chart. For edge, he's not going to get cut. He was going to make the team either way because why? He's cheap and he is good. The reason he didn't play last year is due to injury. Now he's a special type of player, maybe 15 snaps a game. That's okay because our pass rush last year was trash rush besides Aiden Hutchinson and Ali McNeil. So James Houston 100% is a winner, and he's going to continue to be a winner if we don't address that position. Jamison Williams is an absolute winner for sure because they didn't pick up a wide receiver. They didn't draft one in the first round. I think first or second round, right? After that, it didn't really matter if the Lions picked up a wide receiver. Jamison Williams is the number 2. So, yes, he is a winner by default. I think even if they would have drafted a wide receiver, he still would have been a winner because he is the number 2 for the Lions. And that's going to continue to be that way. It's not going to change. We drafted this guy for a reason. That's why we haven't traded him. It's why we haven't, you've been hearing rumors, right? We literally traded up to get him. And last year is where he really started to work and getting better with Jared Goff, and his route running was crisp, and his catching was on par. He was catching everything. So why would, after you actually, coach this guy up and he develops, why would you get rid of him? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I think he's going to have a breakout year this year. Michael Badgley is a winner right now. Yes, he is a winner from the draft. Why is that? Because we didn't draft a kicker. We could have took a kicker in the 6th round. Well, absolutely could have done that, right? But we signed an undrafted rookie kicker. But he's safe for right now. Why is that? Because Jake Bates is still in the UFL. And I think when the season's over there, you think you've seen a Lions sign him. So, yes, Michael Badgley is a winner. Matter of fact, on my 53-man roster, as of right now, I have him making the Lions roster as the kicker because they didn't take a kicker. And I'd say Michael Badgley is above right now the undrafted guy. But now, look, things could change, but agree with him. He is a winner. Let me know in the comment section right now, who is your biggest winner from after the 2024 NFL Draft? Name a player in the comment section. Lions got some mini camps coming up here, and they're going to be picking up some veterans to see if they can do anything. TJ Smith and Cade Peterson, quarterback, and Theo Day, Northern Iowa, Michael Hesberg, running back. Some of these guys that we're picking up, they're going to be with the rookies as well. Defensive linemen and minicamp rookies coming up. That's what they do now with rookie minicamp is sometimes teams will have players that are veterans come in here and just try to compete. And the NFL actually switched that up a couple years ago, and I like that they did that to have veterans in there and attempt to make an impression. And that's what it's all about. 5 takeaways from Tim 20-Man. He says, youth at the cornerback position, big-time takeaway, and I agree with Tim 20-Man there. NS Rakestraw, as well as Terrion Arnold, the young duo of the secondary. That's going to be the secondary corners for many, many years. And they just they got youth right there. It's just the way it is. And they got some veterans as well, but those are the 2 guys that's going to be on this team for many, many years. Terrion Arnold, he's going to be here. Same with Rakestraw. He's going to be here for many years. That's your future 1 and 2. Right, and Meek Robertson, Carlos Davis, we made a trade, and we picked up in free agency. That's perfectly good, and we're young at the cornerback position. Agree with Tim 20-Man. I haven't seen this list, by the way. Versatility, a big theme. Yes, the Sion Vaki versatility, right? You could play running back, safety, special teams. You got, we take Makai, who could play... he can play interior, and I think sometimes on the edge as well. Rakestraw versatility, same with Arnold. There's a lot of versatility they got in this draft. Manu, who is a tackle, they expect to play guard. So, I mean, they love versatility, and I love versatility too. But make sure that when you have a player, they're excellent at one thing, and then the versatility can come in. And that's what the Lions have been doing. It's not like they're just picking up players that's just good at everything. Usually they're pretty good at one. They're damn good at one thing, and then they can play other positions. Unlike past players. But that's what they like, and versatility is a theme. It has continued to be a theme under Brad Holmes. Holmes and Campbell on the same page, absolutely, and it's getting the Detroit Lions players that they like, and they're generally on the same page with the players they like and what they have here in Detroit. Detroit Lions type players, the gritty players, the never-ending, consistently going, the grinding players, versatility, the good guys, they're on the same page. And it's so funny how well these 2 are on the same page, considering the fact that Brad Holmes didn't hire Dan Campbell. But yet... he didn't hire him, but these guys are like best friends on the same page and work great together. So it just tells you that just because you know someone doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good fit, i.e. Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn. When Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, they didn't know each other, but now they're great friends, and it's awesome to see because you have to have that, right? You got to be on the same page. Keeping offensive line a strength, and thank God they continue to do that. With Giovanni Manu picking him up, and who can play guard as well as tackle. That's what he played tackle at. But now it looks like he wanted to play guard there, and that's extremely important to have players like this on this football team. It really is. And getting Christian Mahogany obviously was the biggest steal, in my opinion, in the draft. A guy who's going to be a starter next year. Not this year. He'll be the backup. I tell you what, if if Graham Glasgow has issues, you could see Mahogany come in there. But Mahogany, he is the future guard for this football team, and that's awesome. It looks like Manu and him could be the future guards for this football team. And that's great news because we may need to get a center next year. And guess what? They won't have to be, getting all offensive linemen all in one draft next. They can just get a center, and there you go. You got Decker, you have Mahogany, Manu, and Penei Sewell, and Grant Glasgow, and then you can pick another player up, right? So they're good right now, and I love seeing what they're doing here. Detroit showed out, 110%. The Detroit fan base at the NFL draft in Detroit this year was amazing. You guys did phenomenal. 750,000 people breaking all the records, chanting Jared Goff, and booing the Packers selection. The Lions fan base is awesome, and I think they're the best fan base in the NFL, and it's not being biased. They travel. They've been fans of this team for years, yet this team has sucked for years, but they're still there. And knowing that the Lions are going to have a good season this year, they all showed out for the games, and that the NFL draft, they exploded. That's the Detroit Lions fan base. Awesome. Awesome fan base. And I'm proud to be a Lions fan. I'm proud to be with this fan base and all of you guys who listen to this, as you guys went through so much misery, so many years, and now this is for you. This is the Lions' time. This is our time to be happy. We have been disgruntled for many, many, many years. Not no more. The Detroit Lions fans are here to stay. The Detroit Lions fans are the best. And we may not agree on everything, right? We may disagree. That's okay. It's still one pride. That's why we like it right here. Folks, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. It's red. Hit it so you don't miss out on the latest Lions news and rumors. With that said, folks, adios.